Oh, what's up?
What's going
Cheers.
on, man? Cheers.
No koozie for you.
I know. Did you, oh, that's pretty good.
It is.
I like that. So how did you feel about the Usman knockout, the head kick?
Oh, man. So I was in Atlantic City last weekend, and I had to get up at like 3 a.m. for a flight. And so I fell asleep at like 11 o'clock, and I woke up at 3 a.m. and I see like 6 texts like, oh, shit, Leon Edwards. Oh, wow, Usman got fucked up. And then, wow, like all these texts.
Yeah, just craziness,
And I'm
chaotic.
like, I guess he won, but what the fuck happened?
What happened? Yeah.
So I immediately go to YouTube, like 3 in the morning.
Right.
And I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit, that head kick was insane. Like I'm so sad that I really missed that whole fight, because I can imagine the emotions of like watching him just get the shit beat out of him for 4 rounds, 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And just smashing him with that head kick.
I got home late and I turned it on. It was like, I don't know, 11:30, 12. And I turned it on and I'm like, there's 2 minutes left in the 5th round of Usman and Edwards, Leon Edwards. And, you know, the announcers are just talking about how this is just another win for Usman.
Usman's just smashing his way.
He's smashing. Yeah, he's dominated this fight. And it gets to about 55 seconds and boom, head kick. And it's one of those moments to where you kind of feel like your eyes, for a split second, your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Right.
Because you can't believe that Kamaru Usman just got knocked out.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was like kind of like when Rousey went down, you were like,
yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God, I can't believe Ronda Rousey just got beat.
It's
With the head
way
kick
more
too.
extreme than that at this point.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. Because, I mean, Usman is, way more dominant than Ronda Rousey has ever been.
Yeah.
But it was kind of that same moment of like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. This dude who's had 16 wins in a row, I think in UFC. 14? Yeah. He was about to tie Anderson Silva for
it was 14 or 15. I don't know.
I think it was 15, and if he would have won, it would have been
Silva's
16.
Anderson Silva is 16 or 15. I'm not sure.
I think he's at 16.
Okay.
And he was about to tie that with a win.
he was about to tie Anderson Silva's wins.
So 15 wins in a row for Kamaru Usman, and then he gets
Jesus,
head kicked by Leon Edwards. What do you think is next for Leon Edwards?
I really want to see Colby Covington get a shot at it.
I would like that too. I'm not a big Colby Covington fan, but
I think he's like a very dominant fighter who just had to go up against Kamaru Usman.
It's true.
And can never finish Kamaru. He's a championship material. Like, he's a champion material fighter.
Okay, you've already given him 2 title fights
against Kamaru Usman.
Yeah. So can you give him a 3rd title fight again?
Why not?
I mean, has Leon Edwards and Colby Covington fought already? I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
Yeah.
But
so that might be the fight to make.
I'm also okay with Leon Edwards Colby Covington and Hamzat fighting, and then the winner of that fighting Leon Edwards.
What if you did Usman versus? Well, honestly, here's what's going to happen. Usman's going to run it back for a 3rd fight.
I just don't want to see that.
That's what's going to happen.
We're so tired. I'm so tired of seeing the rematches. I don't want to see Glover Teixeira and
Prohaska.
I don't want to see it again.
I want to see it.
I'm so tired of the rematches because it's like so many people have fought their way to get to that title shot.
Yeah, but when it's
Jesus Christ, man, let them fight.
But when it's like 1 for 1, you got to settle that 3rd fight, and that's what, like, when you look back and you kind of love those trilogies, those trilogy fights. You love them.
And it feels like the UFC is trying to force that.
Yeah, but it's because people want to see it, and I'm one of those people. I want to see those trilogy fights.
But I want to also see new champions. I want to see like the sport evolve.
I mean, I'm cool with that, but it's just going to take time.
And there's so many divisions. Exactly, it's going to take time for the sport to evolve. Like, I'm so tired of seeing these forced rematches where like the same 2 champions are in the weight classes for years to come.
Yeah, but you can't, like, how dominant Usman's been. You can't just like, okay, your next fight's not a title fight, because he is the number 1 contender.
I mean, maybe his next fight is a title fight, but it doesn't have to be Leon Edwards' next fight.
I mean, that's fair, but do you think he's going to wait 7 months, 8 months to let someone else fight? I mean, he's going to take a fight between.
Maybe not.
Like, say if you do give it to Covington, he's going to fight somebody while Covington has that title fight too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
do you think that, I mean, Kamaru Usman's going to fight for the title, and he deserves it.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like bitching about it, but I'm just at that point where I'm like, I'm tired of seeing.
I love seeing the trilogies.
The same guys fight over. I want to see the trilogies, but I want to see the build up to the trilogy.
Okay, I mean,
I want to see him fight 3 times in a row, back to back to back.
But this kind of
like Poirier and McGregor.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are they fighting 3 times in a row?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's just like, I'm over it, you know?
Yeah. I get it. But I mean, I think they fought 7 years ago. Leon Edwards, Usman won that
I
fight.
think that was right. Yeah, they fought again.
They fought because Leon Edwards is eight wins in a row right now. He's dominating
against bad fighters though. He's not fighting a top 5 guy.
Yeah, but he has earned that title shot, and he made the best of that title shot.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he did because he won.
Yeah. So like, I think you run it back. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Even though would like to see Covington versus Leon Edwards, I think it'd be a really fun match, fight to watch. But what do you do with Islam?
Yeah, that's true.
Or Hamzat. I'm sorry, Hamzat.
Yeah, Hamzat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Hamzat is fighting Nate Diaz. That's his own doing. He's chasing that money fight. That's
money.
on him.
That's easy money. Yeah.
But like, at some point, are you really chasing the title, or are you chasing money? And it looks like he's chasing money, so you give somebody else a shot.
Yeah, and also, but it seemed like there was already a title shot. I mean, I guess it just depends on like where you're at that time to like which fight you want to take. If you already know that Leon Edwards and Usman's fighting in like 2 months, you take the Diaz fight now, and then maybe you can get a title shot after that. And it's going to sell tickets,
right?
You're going to make some money off of it because it's Diaz,
But also, I like how Hamzat, and I guess I don't know if I'm thinking of this the right way, but like Gilbert Burns took like it's not worth it for him to take the fight against Hamzat,
right?
And so maybe Hamzat is kind of like, you know what, Gilbert Burns took a fight against me. Why shouldn't I take a fight against Nate? He's like, I'm not afraid to fight anybody.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I respect Hamzat for being like, fuck it, I'll fight Nate Diaz.
Who was it that's supposed to fight Justin Gaethje? I saw the other day. I seen some.
I think McGregor called Justin Gaethje out.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
That would be an interesting fight.
It would be.
I would take Gaethje, but it would be interesting.
I would too.
It would be interesting. It would surprise me if McGregor won that fight.
I think it would surprise me. I think Justin Gaethje would smash him.
I would put my money on Gaethje for sure. I'm a Gaethje guy.
So I saw a post the other day. It was I don't know, it might have been today, but McGregor. It was like someone's like, yeah, there's a reason why McGregor called out Kamaru Usman. I mean, obviously, McGregor saw the hole in Kamaru Usman's game where you could get head kicked and knock him out.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Usman's gonna see fucking 10 holes in
it's
McGregor's
so funny.
game.
It's so funny to see a post like that, though.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's potential for sure.
It is potential, and I really hope Dana White doesn't just give McGregor a title shot because he does not deserve it.
No,
what is he like the 6th guy in that division right now? 7th guy in that division right now?
I don't think he's that high. I think he's like
that's,
11.
Yeah, that's very generous.
Like 12.
Yeah, he's falling back
for sure.
And I think his time's. I'll be honest. I think he's done. I think he'll never be. I don't think he'll ever hold a title again.
I mean, I don't think he'll ever fight welterweight again. I mean, he's gained so much weight.
Yeah, it's time to move up. When those guys get older, I think the best move is to move up. How far you move up is kind of dependent on your height and how you can. Because if you're like 5'11", you can't. I mean, unless you're like DC. I mean, how tall was DC? 6 foot? I don't think he was 6 foot. Yeah, 5'11", 5'10", maybe.
I don't think it was that big. He might have been like 5'9".
Very short. But world class wrestler.
Yeah, I think it was like 5'9", and then Stipe was like 6'1".
Yeah, Stipe. I mean, Stipe might be taller, even taller than that.
Stipe towered over.
Yeah, he's very tall. Yeah,
for sure.
So you don't see guys below 6 foot in the heavyweight division,
right?
But
what do you think about this beer?
I'm a fan, dude.
I am too.
I like it a lot.
It's a little more like a lager than I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah, it's got the little heavy side to it, but it's like a little darker. It's a little darker than most hazies.
I feel like it's more like an Indian Pale Ale.
I can see that. The aftertaste tastes like IPA.
Yeah, it's good. I'm really a fan. This is something that it's Lagunitas Hazy Wonder. I love Lagunitas Pale Ale.
Which I forgot that it was Lagunitas, so that makes sense. That aftertaste makes sense now. I completely forgot that it was Lagunitas.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Lagunitas. It's like their pale ale is one of my favorite pale ales out there.
Right.
And I saw this today, and I was like, "This is kind of a cool cover. I love Lagunitas. Let's give it a shot." And
for sure.
I'm a fan. If I'm out, and I'm looking for a hazy, and it's on the menu, I'll take this all day. This is very delicious. I could drink this all day. All day. For show. I can drink this all day, dude. This is very good. Very, very good.
Yeah. I think I was on the way here, or I don't know if I was driving home or on the way here today, but I just got one of those flashbacks to my 21st birthday. I think I was on the way home actually from practice this morning.
Yeah.
And I got a flashback to my 21st birthday, how the breeze felt at the beach.
Dude, that will. Oh, man.
It's just one of those nostalgic moments.
Was that 2020? That was your 21st.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah. God, what a year. Fuck.
I know, after COVID and all that, it was after COVID just finished.
I mean, I feel like it was just getting ramped up. Yeah, it was. It was just getting ramped up.
It was like right in the middle of COVID.
Kind of right in the middle, kind of the start in the middle,
Yeah.
you know.
And it was
Yeah,
that feeling of the wind. I was like, oh man, I miss that.
Yeah, because we didn't go to Vegas because of the whole shutdown.
Yeah, we were gonna go to Vegas. Yeah.
And we ended up going to Ocean Lakes, which was
Myrtle
a
Beach.
great time.
Good.
Yeah,
it was so good.
You know, a lot of people around here shit on Myrtle Beach. I mean, they call it, Dirty Myrtle, a bunch of rednecks.
It's pretty dirty. It's a bunch of rednecks.
Party town, which it is all of that.
But there are some sides like Cherry Grove and shit that's fucking nice, dude.
Dude, you can have a great time there.
There's some you can have a great time in
anywhere,
place,
just about, yeah. But I know a lot of people, like all my friends, like I have a friend in Michigan who, I mean, there's not a whole lot of water around there, like oceans around there.
Right.
Their favorite trip is to come into Myrtle Beach.
Fuck yeah.
So, like, it's one of those things to where, like, you notice a lot of people shit on something that is very common to them.
Right.
Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, one man's trash is another man's treasure, for sure.
So it's like, dude, Myrtle Beach really isn't as bad as people say.
Yeah.
I mean, to be 3 hours away, that's a great time.
Yeah, there's some parts of Myrtle Beach that's pretty shitty, but there's some parts of everywhere that's pretty shitty.
Yeah. And I'm not here to, like, say that, it's the ultimate destination.
Oh, no.
Very clear that it's, I mean, it is what
that's
it
Pelzer.
is. Yeah. But it is.
Pelzer's the ultimate destination.
Yeah. But it is fun. You can have a great time there.
Oh,
regardless.
Absolutely.
You're at the beach.
There's a House of Blues. There's the fucking boardwalk.
Yeah, you can have a good time there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beach. You're at a beach.
You got 30 putt-putt places to go to. But
oh man.
Yeah, dude, it's I've always wondered why people always shit on what's close to them.
They're just haters.
They're just haters. And like South Carolina really is a cool spot to live because you got two great cities, not even counting Greenville, which is growing and becoming a great city. But you got, Atlanta, that's 3 hours away. You got Charlotte, it's an hour and a half. You got the mountains in Tennessee. You have the beach.
Asheville.
You got Asheville.
You got Travelers Rest, which is actually kind of underrated, man.
Yeah, and you got some mountains up in Pickens.
Travelers Rest has got some nice spots, dude.
Yeah, you can hit, like I said, Tennessee mountains if you really want to go to the mountains, and you have the beach right there in Charleston and
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, yeah,
for sure.
So it's really a great place to live.
And you got Lake Hartwell if you just want to go to the fucking lake.
Yeah, if you like the lake, the whole lake thing.
That's an hour. That's like an hour drive from us.
Yeah,
you just go to Lake Hartwell. Yeah,
yeah. You got Kiwi, you got Hartwell, you got Jocassee isn't far, Lake Lyman isn't far, but
it has so much to do.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right here
for sure,
especially to be like one of the most low cost of living places in the United States.
Very, very cheap place to live.
Yeah.
We need to stop talking because you know how big we are.
Yeah,
we're gonna really blow up the state of South Carolina.
Blow up Greenville. Dude, as far as the Greenville Mile goes, I know me and you haven't talked about it in a while.
Yeah, we hadn't talked about it much.
I really plan on, and you tell me what you think about this. I think it's the second Saturday in November.
I don't remember which date we set.
I
the
think
5th?
we said like the 5th.
I think it's the first.
But the next Saturday after that. Because I know there's a couple people who want to go that are close to us who can't make it on the 5th but can make it on the 11th.
Okay, well, I'm down with that then. Yeah.
So I think that might be the time that we make it out. I plan on putting it out here soon, on the Facebook page, and it's gonna be exciting, dude.
For
12 beers, 12 bars.
Oh man,
just to finish it, just to run the gauntlet will be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, running the gauntlet,
and college football will be on.
Oh yeah,
it'll be in November. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh man, I can't wait because I love like movies like that we get inspiration from, but it's gonna like have that feeling to it.
It will.
It's gonna have that feeling to it, like we're just like a whole group of our people, that are going to each place and just bullshitting.
Yeah, and it's like I said in a couple episodes ago, I want to make it, and you tell me how you feel about this. I don't want to spread it on like my page and your page. This is like a brew collar.
Yes.
If you listen to the show.
Yeah, I won't share it to my page.
Yeah, me neither. I want the true fans to be there. So I'm really excited to.
And like whenever I think of true fans, I think of like Noah. I think of the Crab Man.
Yeah.
I think of
Nut
Swinger.
Yeah.
I think of Alex and Colin.
Share
our page every damn time.
Yes,
they
thank
share
you.
Every time.
Shout out to them for sure.
So I think of those people that are always sharing and watching every episode and commenting.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
We need to talk about that shirt.
The blouses?
Because I just realized how cross-eyed Dave Chappelle looks on the shirt.
Hell, I done drank too much. Hell, I'm cross-eyed. I can't look at this shit.
Maybe it's a little less whenever you put your fat-ass titties apart. Maybe it's not as bad
Maybe it's just
as
the
I
shirt
thought.
and me slouching. It looks a little cross-eyed. I don't know. What about now?
But I like it. Game blouses. The blouses,
The
man.
blouses,
How you
we-
feel about the blouses?
Dude, I'm very confident. I feel good in my if you don't know who the blouses are, it's my fantasy football team, and we have a 12-man team, and we've been running it for a while, and we do two leagues. And if you've never done fantasy football, it's so much fun. I really highly recommend you getting into a good league with your buddies and doing it.
What makes it so fun is like, and even if you do college fantasy or NBA or whatever you like, but it makes it enjoyable to pull for players that are on other teams that aren't like the team that you pull for. It's like I'm a huge Eagles fan, if you didn't know, and I have like players that are from the Patriots, and I'm like, oh, I got them on my fantasy team, so I'm gonna pull for them.
Right. So like he said, it's really fun you take guys you believe in, and to me, fantasy football really makes you enjoy football at its purest form, because
For sure.
I would never watch Houston versus Jacksonville.
Yeah, except I want to see like
But
which
if I
player I want to see.
If I have Brandon Cooks on a Monday night and I'm down
playing
by
against Christian Kirk.
Yeah, and I'm down by 6 points and I have Brandon Cooks, I'm watching that game.
Yeah.
And it's intense.
Yeah, it is.
So it brings a whole nother level and brings a whole new intensity to meaningless games. I'm a Patriots fan, and I will watch, so many games that aren't, New England games. So it's really fun to get involved with those games. And then you start pulling for even like small things like 3rd and 1. Oh man, they really need to convert because my guys on this offense.
Yeah, you pull for some.
They're in the red zone. So
it's like you're a little gambler.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Uncut Gems, which is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
If you watch that and you see like where Adam Sandler is like in these little moments where he's like, oh, if he gets this fucking, if he makes this layup, then I make this much money. It's insane. That's a fucking movie right there.
Right.
We haven't talked about really on the podcast. Uncut Gems.
Great movie.
God, dude, it's so intense.
I want more of that Adam Sandler. And you have to watch Hustle. I know I've said it 100 times.
I haven't watched it yet.
But I really love Uncut Gems. I like Uncut Gems more than Hustle, but Hustle was really good. I really enjoyed it.
So me and Gabby watched a movie the other day called There's Someone Inside Your House. That's the name of the movie.
There's Someone Inside Your House?
There's Someone Inside Your House.
Where did you watch it on?
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
And it's like an hour and a half, like slasher film.
Yeah.
But it's a Netflix movie, but it's fucking like surprisingly bloody.
Okay.
Like you don't expect it to be like, it's one of those slashers that starts off like a teen drama, and then it kind of just was like, oh fuck, they are not playing.
Speaking of slashers, honestly I think that one of the best slashers of like till like recent slashers that's come out like lately.
Yeah.
I would go with Terrifier.
I gotta watch that still. That's the one with the clown, right?
Yes, it is a straight up B movie.
Just gore.
But if you love slasher movies, I think Mom watched it. She loved it because it's a slasher film. But that is one of the more modern, slasher films that I really like.
Right.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. Now it is a shitty movie. If you're looking for like dialogue and acting, like it's not gonna bring that, but it's gonna bring that horror slasher genre that it hits.
So the movie, There's Someone Inside Your House. It's some mediocre. It's like a teen drama, but it keeps you there because of the gore.
Okay.
And like really surprised. Like there's one scene, and I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but there's one scene where somebody takes this sword and stabs somebody through the chin, through their head. Yeah, and just blood just goes. And it's like in vivid,
like in Hot Fuzz everything. When he trips in the steeple, the church goes up.
But it's way more vivid than that.
Oh.
And you're like, oh shit.
What's the most like graphic slasher?
Oh,
now you got to keep in mind, like Hostel was pretty graphic,
but that's not a slasher.
It is.
That's Grindhouse.
It's kind of a little bit of both.
Okay. If I'm gonna
say, not a slasher. I mean, like when you come like slasher in its purest form, no, but.
Yeah, but then there's not going to be any graphic slashers. But if you say that, so
right.
So I'm going to say like the Halloween remakes by Rob Zombie. Those are slashers.
that are
They
also
are
very
so grindhouse.
yeah.
gory.
And you think of like, dude, one moment I don't really remember a whole lot of Hostel, and even though I've seen the first two, I never saw the third one.
I thought it was the first two as well.
But when he has that the Sweeney Todd, the straight razor.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
slashes the dude's Achilles. Both of them. And the guy tries to get up. Oh, God, that's still burning in my brain. It's like the Final Destination log truck.
You know what's burned in my brain is in the movie Misery, which is one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
God.
And you know exactly what scene I'm talking about.
God damn. Misery.
I don't even know that I want to spoil this for people. I mean, it's an old-ass movie. It's like a 90s movie.
Dude, yeah. Misery. Oh, shit, that's such a good horror movie.
That is one of my favorites.
Horror/thriller, I would say horror. But it is
It's more thriller than horror.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
Dude,
But it is a horror
it's
film,
my
but it's a
favorite.
thriller
It's one
film
of my
too.
favorite. It's a top 10 for me.
Top 10 movie of all time. Your favorite?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
We need to come up with the special episode.
It's a
coming
top
up.
10 for me.
That's
I
interesting.
mean, I own the
Never
book.
would've guessed.
I own the book.
Okay, nice.
Think about that.
Dude, Kathy Bates. So
Phenomenal.
good.
And
James
Caan.
Caan.
Rest in
James
peace.
Caan is so
Caan.
good. Caan. Oh, man.
We got to have him on here.
For sure.
But yeah, the scene where James Caan is laid up in the bed and Kathy Bates puts his ankles together with a 2x4 in between them.
I think it's a 4x4.
Regardless,
Yeah.
it's the same concept.
Yeah, but
And
like,
she smashes that shit with a sledgehammer, and his ankles just go
oh, God.
and just snaps them both.
It hurts. It hurts to watch. Even though you know it's fake. Like, most of the time, like, slashers, I'm just like, oh, that's just kind of cheesy. Stab him in the neck or something gory. I'm just like, but dude, the
Jesus
misery,
Christ. You can feel it.
hurt.
Because you took a scooter to the ankle.
Oh, the dang.
You took a damn razor
scooter.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever see that that video going around Facebook? It's the guy who's the mime. The guy's playing some kind of mime.
Oh, I've seen that. And he'll like let stupid shit happen to him, and he's like,
I don't know if it's fake. It might
He's
be
like-
fake.
I don't think it's fake.
Dude, he takes a razor scooter, like straight kick to the shin. Like,
And he's like trying not to make any noise.
yes. Dude, it looks... I can't watch those, dude. It hurts. It hurts too much.
Did I tag you in the one the other day? I think I've tagged you in it before, but the dude was on the skateboard and he rides up the ramp, and then he comes off and like he goes to land, and instead of landing, his foot lands inside like this little thing, and it goes.
Oh,
and
no.
his whole body, his whole body is caught on his like ankle shin area,
No.
but it doesn't snap. He just like he just bends back on one leg with the shin like still locked in place.
Oh, I haven't
So it
seen
goes-
that. You tagged me in that?
His whole body goes
Is it going like backwards, like with the knee, or is it going...
backwards.
Okay, that helps out. Because if you were going forward and your knee did that, you're
It doesn't.
never going to...
It doesn't look good.
Okay.
It doesn't look good at all. Like if you guys are watching the camera, I'm going to do this with my fingers. He rides up this ramp and he lands, and like the rail's here, and he lands here and slips and goes. It's like between the wall and the rail's here, and he goes, and it just snaps, and he's like, oh, and he leans back up like slowly, and he's like, oh shit.
God, that
It
hurts.
looks like he ain't gonna make it. My first thought was like, oh shit, he ain't gonna make
He
it.
ain't gonna make it. Oh my gosh. Dude.
I love tagging you in those videos, like arm breaks.
Dude,
and
what was
legs
so
and shit.
fun? No, you know what really caught me off guard? The one you tagged me in the other day was the it was like two people playing basketball.
Oh, and the little kid walks up.
The little kid, like somebody's mom
Hey,
was
mom, can you squirt?
like, yeah. Like two people were playing basketball, so you're like, okay, are they about to get in a fight? Like,
Yeah,
somebody about to get
I didn't
dunked
expect
on?
this
Is it about to
ending.
get crossed up, break someone's ankles? Like, what's about to happen here? Because the first thing that came to mind was like, these people are about to fight because
Yeah.
it was like a little collision. And they were like, okay, maybe some confrontation here.
Hands over.
And then like this little kid comes out of nowhere and goes, "Hey, mama, can you squirt?"
And it just ends
And
immediately.
it just is.
And it's like, that's how you know it was candid. Like, there was no, like, planning this shit. Oh, it's so funny, man.
It was like a 10-year-old kid asking his mom.
Hey, mama, can you squirt?
Oh my god, I couldn't
God, that's
stop
fucking
laughing,
classic.
dude. I was like, "Wow, I did not see that coming." It's so hilarious.
And the best part is I was expecting someone to, like, get in a fight or get hurt. And I was like, I'm going to tag him in this. This is going to be funny. And that happened. I was like, oh, I'm tagging him in this.
Oh, that's hilarious.
shit.
But yeah, man, when it comes to a fantasy football, if you're looking to like start up a league or like play a league, I know this is a weird transition, but I guess we were just talking about it. But if I could give any of what would be some advice you would give to like a new person drafting it. And like sum it up quick.
Don't be discouraged.
Okay.
You can't be discouraged, man.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing this shit I've been playing this shit for 11 years.
Yeah.
I'm playing since 2011, and I'm still making mistakes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
if I could give someone some advice, I would say that quarterback's not as important as you think it might be.
that's a very good one.
And don't play favorites. Like I'm a Patriots fan. You know, obviously there's not a whole lot going on the Patriots offense right now. But, you know, Damian Harris is not someone I'm going to take in the damn second or third round.
Right.
Because I love Damian Harris.
Right.
You know, same with don't take Dak Prescott in the damn fourth round.
You take Russell Wilson in the 7th instead.
Yeah, when Kirk Cousins threw 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can take him in the 13th round.
Fucking 4,200 yards.
So, like, if I could give someone advice who's just to make this a quick topic, I would go 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the first 4 rounds. After that, that's a pretty solid foundation. Go from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if that quarterback falls to you that you want, like a Josh Allen in the 3rd round, and that's your guy, you can take him. That's fine. Personally, I think that you can get Russell Wilson or Jalen Hurts, who you got.
Right.
That's the guy you really love.
Yes.
You know, you're an Eagles fan.
I'm a huge Eagles fan. And then I got the stack with Jalen Hurts and Dallas Goedert. Which is what I want. I mean, I didn't want that, but I wanted it at that 8 position.
Yeah, and that's a good tight end, especially when you waited for tight end. I definitely would have taken Goddard there for sure because you already had the stack with Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
So there's going to be moments where Jalen Hurts is going to throw that touchdown to Dallas Goedert. I mean, Dallas Goedert to me is
14 points.
He's a 5 or 6 touchdown guy. Dallas Goedert is, and if you're going to be starting Hurts, that could win you. You know, so that can win you some weeks.
Absolutely.
You know, so
for sure.
But it could also lose you some weeks.
Yeah. But
the most important thing
how fantasy football is.
That's how fantasy football is. The most important thing is don't panic when those quarterbacks are going off the board. Understand that you do have Prescott, you know, Trey Lance, Matthew Stafford. You have Aaron Rodgers going late. You have Kirk Cousins going late. There's quality at that position.
For sure.
The most important thing in fantasy football is stacking up those running backs and receivers early.
Especially the running backs in this draft.
Definitely this year, you definitely want to capitalize on the running backs early. But we started watching Maniac the other day. And I know you said
I watched one episode of it, and I think I recommended it to you when I watched the first episode.
I thought you did.
I recommended it to you after the first episode. You got to try to make it in the trash at least. Oh, man, he going to miss his shit.
I just want to make sure it's all gone.
Oh, nice. Okay. Hook, line, and sinker.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. Good shot, bruh.
But yeah, me and Gabby watched the first episode of Maniac.
Yeah.
And obviously we're big fans of Jonah Hill.
Oh, me too.
I'm not a big fan of Emma Stone, but I do like her in the first episode. And I think I'll like her more as it goes, but her acting is actually very good.
She's pretty good, especially in that show.
I gotta rewatch it, and that's what I wanted to watch it for, was for Emma Stone's acting.
She's pretty
everybody's
good.
talking about how great her acting is in the show.
It's pretty good.
So I need to. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So I need to
her
go
acting
and
is pretty surprising.
Okay, I've heard it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, that was one of the reasons I wanted to watch it, was for Jonah Hill, and I wanted to watch him and Emma Stone together, just like Superbad.
Superbad's
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And so that first episode really hooked me, but I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it the other day.
Yeah, dude. Like, and when I go to watch like we just finished the backboard. You got the backboard.
Oh, you did too.
Oh, I was all.
You got the rim. You got rim.
I caught a little bit of rim.
Little rim job.
We just finished Only Murders in the Building, which if you're I think I might have mentioned it before. I can't remember if I mentioned it before.
Yeah, with Martin Stewart and
Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Stuart Little.
And Selena Gomez in there, which I didn't think I would like Selena Gomez, but she's pretty good in there.
I mean,
as good as
she looks a little retarded.
She looks a little
retarded.
Not necessarily that. I would say like she looks a little odd.
Yeah,
but she's like deceptively beautiful. I'd say.
Maybe.
You know,
I'm not saying she's ugly.
Yeah, she's very pretty. I'm
attracted to retarded people.
Oh, okay. That's why we get along so well.
No, I'm just being an asshole.
But Martin Short's character is very likable.
Yeah, Stuart Little.
Stuart Little. Does he actually do the voiceover for Stuart Little? Okay.
No.
I was getting kind of.
I'm still trolling.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Layers.
You've trolled too much. I was like, is there a real connection here?
No. I just had a bad misconception, and I played it off.
Yeah, usually I'll only watch, I'll watch one episode a night of whatever I'm hooked on. So, there's usually one show that I'm hooked on, and I just finished Only Murders in the Building, and it took me a while to get into that show. It is, if you're like a true crime person, which it seems like more women are leaning towards true crime.
Right, we talked about this before. Yeah.
Yeah, then you're going to love it.
Right.
Took me a couple episodes to get into, but I really the character development was really good in that show,
yeah.
and it kind of the character development sucked me in after a couple of episodes, and then the show kind of finally took me in. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. It's pretty good, but I think that right now I like Maniac better because like we said before, I'm a big Jonah Hill fan
for sure,
and Emma Stone in this so far. I think it's a limited series.
I don't like Emma Stone, but I've heard so much about the acting performance. I've heard it's pretty good.
I like Jonah Hill, but I will say that Emma Stone's performance in this, it's nothing it's not some kind of award-winning, insane.
Right.
But she is definitely the most, her acting performance is the best in that show right now.
However, whenever you ask a person to play that darker role, and especially when it's an actor that can act like Emma Stone, of course they're going to play it well.
Yeah, but it's a tall task.
But just like we've talked about before, any movie that makes you feel, you're going to like. And then you have a role that makes you feel, which that role is going to make you feel.
So if you don't know what Maniac is, it's Jonah Hill, Emma Stone. Jonah Hill's character is very mentally ill. He's seeing shit that he shouldn't see. He's fucked up in the head. And he's looking for some kind of out. He's hallucinating. He's, like I said, seeing things he shouldn't see. He's supposed to testify for his brother in a court case, and they kind of want him to lie a little bit, and he's a little fucked up, and so he's looking for some mental stability.
Yes.
So he goes to this, this place to where this pharmaceutical company or these scientists they pay you to take these drugs. And they think that the scientists are kind of on to some kind of scientific breakthrough to where it could be huge for the world or whatever. And Emma Stone is a junkie who has already been taking one of these drugs, and she just wants more of that drug. So she goes there to get her fix, to deal with her past traumas, and they end up going there, and it's a very hallucinogenic drug that they're taking, and they're there for 3 different pills. It's pill A, pill B, and pill C. Pill A is the pill that Emma Stone...
I'm going to stop you there because I watched one episode and I didn't get this far on it.
Okay. Well, I will say this because it says it in the trailer. When they go in to trip with this drug...
Yeah.
There is a malfunction that lets Jonah Hill's character and Emma Stone's character, their trips, their hallucinations,
sure.
They connect. So
I'm not an expert.
I'm not
going to judge.
Yeah. So
you can say stupid shit, man.
Their hallucinations are connected. So they share the same hallucinations because of this malfunction or whatever. And it gets pretty interesting. I haven't finished it yet. It's a very limited series. I think it is
a limited series.
Yeah, so it's 10 episodes. I think I'm on episode 6. So yeah. I'm pretty interested to see how it finishes.
Cool.
I'm excited about it.
There's one. So me and Gabby started watching the show called Clickbait.
I haven't seen that.
It's on Netflix, but we watched one episode. But it's about this. It's this woman, and she's like a nurse or whatever, and one of her patients shows her this video. They're very close. She shows her this video. And you on your phone?
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay. And so one of our patients shows her this video, and the video is this YouTube person, this vlogger.
Yeah.
And the vlogger is talking about this other video. And she's like, so I found this video that is on like this deep like website, and apparently there's this guy that has been kidnapped, and if at 5 million views, this guy will get murdered. And so they show the video on there's a link to the video on the YouTube channel, and so obviously they click it and they look at it, and it's the nurse's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so the nurse is like, "What the fuck? That's my brother." He's like, "This is fake?" And she's like, "Nah, this is for real." But he's holding a sign that says, "I beat women. At 5 million views, I die."
Oh, God.
But it's this woman's brother. And so naturally, she immediately goes to her brother's wife, her sister-in-law, and she's talking to her. And there's no way, the last time I talked to him, and the last time the sister talked to him, they got in like a big fight, but he's always been like a super, he wouldn't hurt a fly kind of guy.
Yeah.
And so it really makes you wonder, like that first episode.
Okay.
And so at the end of the first episode, there's like one of those little cliffhanger type things, but it really makes you wonder, is he living that double life?
Okay.
But it kind of hooked me, so I haven't watched it. I haven't finished it yet. But there was another one that it's called Echoes. It's a limited series on Netflix. Echoes, I think it's a top 10 right now.
No Echoes.
But I think it's about two twin sisters that switch roles in life.
Some Freaky Friday shit?
Well, no, not like accidentally.
Yeah.
It's like me and you. I just started doing your job, and you started doing mine.
So the Parent Trap. I know you don't know what the Parent Trap is, but there's some people out there that are in my age who was like,
it's like me and you were like twins, and I started doing what you do, and you started doing what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, but then one of them goes missing.
Okay.
And so that's like the whole plot of that. But it seems like an interesting psychological thriller. But that's like another show that I kind of want to watch too. But I'm interested in the limited series ever since Queen's Gambit.
Dude, the limited series is really where it's at now because you don't have to invest time into a
fucking 21 seasons.
Like when I look at The Walking Dead 10 seasons on Netflix, I'm just like, no.
I watched the first 2.
I watched the first 3.
The first 3 are good. After that,
3 or 4, I think.
4. The first 4. The 4th season is where excuse me. They go to Sanctuary.
Okay, yeah, I finished 3. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been out for so long, but Sanctuary is a place where there's cannibals.
Okay, yeah, I never made it that far.
That shit's intense because you don't know there's cannibals. There's it just seems like everything's hunky dory.
Okay, I kind of like that concept.
And it kind of makes you be like, what the fuck is the catch? And you don't find out till middle of the season too.
Really?
There's fucked up shit going on. Nobody trusts everyone. It's everyone pointing the guns at each other, at the office.
Yeah.
But then they just get in this room where they got bags on their head and they're about to get beat to death and eaten by humans. And it's holy shit.
Yeah, dude, The Walking Dead kind of lost me there for a little bit. I will say I did tune in, was it season 7 when Jeffrey Dean Morgan, what's his name?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character came in with the bat and was offing somebody that was supposed to be big.
Yeah, that was season 6, I think.
Yeah, one of those.
Season 6 or 7.
But the good thing about limited series is you don't have to invest that much time.
Yeah, it's one season.
And they wrap that story up without having needless dialogue.
Jesus, I know.
So it seems like all the dialogue is very necessary in these limited series. Like the Queen's Gambit, Maniac.
There's nothing that they're not just adding extra fluff in.
Right. So they understand okay, we have a really good movie here. It seems
yes, it seems like it should be a movie that they just wanted it to be longer.
But they just wanted a little go into detail for a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I like
they gave
that.
it 10
I like that.
episodes.
I like that idea.
So so the limited series is what I'm really liking right now.
For sure.
When I say go into I really want to get into the Peaky Blinders, but that's 5 seasons.
However, I feel like we need to get into Peaky Blinders.
I'm a mobster guy. I love Casino.
I'm a Cillian Murphy guy. I'm a Tom Hardy guy.
Yes, exact.
It just seems it checks all the boxes.
It checks every box. Yeah.
Except for it being so long.
Yeah, and it's a big commitment. If you can jump into it season 1, and then when the next season comes out, it's
one season.
It's just one season. It's just 10 episodes. You can just watch those.
Right.
I get it. But trying to catch up seems a little exhausting and a little...
Seems very exhausting.
Yeah, and it seems like you're going to commit a lot of time to it.
And I don't even watch anything right now.
Really?
I'll tell you what I've been watching lately, though, is New Girl.
Really?
It's so fucking
That's what
funny.
time out. That's what. Don't tell me. That's Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
And who's the other girl?
I don't know. It's really just Zoe Deschanel.
Okay, I do like
It's
Zoe
so
Deschanel.
fucking funny,
She's
dude.
very likable, man.
It's no, and like her parts are hilarious, and then like the guys, it's like
Who's the guy? Who's the guy actor in that?
So it's like Three's Company, but the opposite.
Okay.
And that's what makes it it's so fucking funny. Gabby got me hooked on it, and I watch it literally like every night.
You
It's
watch a
so
New Girl.
fucking funny, dude. Because like it is like the best parts are like sometimes it's pretty cheesy, but like the interaction between the guys is so fucking funny,
Really?
dude. Yes,
New
Like,
girl. I never pegged you for a new
like,
girl kind of guy.
You get those moments where it's like, because it's a girl that is looking for a place to live. Her and her boyfriend just split up, and so she goes on like Craigslist or whatever, and she ends up moving in with 3 guys that are roommates.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's like the Three's Company situation, but
That's
there's nothing like weird between them.
Dude, Three's Company was...
It's class. It's
It's
so funny, dude.
so good.
It's so fucking funny. That's one of my favorites. Me and Mom watched that shit. Me and Mom watched that shit through 3 or 4 times.
Oh, I've watched it with them. Yeah, I watched it with you guys.
But so New Girl is like that stature,
But
but
reversed.
reversed.
Okay, I kind
And
of
so
like
like you get like the comedy, like the guys like interacting with each other, and like they're trying to play like the alpha dog, but like they're so feminine, but it's so like ridiculous. It's so funny, man.
Dude, yeah, Three's Company was a classic.
And that's really what I relate it to. It's Three's Company but reversed.
Dude, do you ever think that sitcoms will ever catch back?
No, never.
Because what's the last greatest sitcom? Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, I mean it's still going.
Is that the last?
It's still going, yeah.
Great, considered great. And I honestly, I've tried to watch a little bit of the Big Bang Theory, and I can't really get behind it that much because I'm not a sitcom kind of guy.
It seems like they just try to put Elon Musk and make him a sitcom.
Dude, Elon Musk is so awkward when he gets in front of the camera.
That's what I said.
Oh, I know.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite little joke now. Is like I'll say, yeah, that's like this, and somebody will be like, yeah, that's like this. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said.
That's basically what I said. Yeah,
No, I won't even say basically.
yeah. But it's exactly what you say. Yeah, it's very weird. He's very weird.
You know, like the other night I was talking to Dad. I was like, yeah, this person's a pussy.
Okay, so I've been
And Dad goes, yeah, he's like this, and I said, yeah, that's what I said.
Nice. So so we all know that, like, I don't know if you know that, but Mark Zuckerberg was on Rogan the other day.
Okay, I haven't watched that.
And
No.
I've listened to a little bit. It's a little boring.
It's like a robot or a lizard.
He's
That's a lizard king.
dude, for real. But he's really not. He doesn't come across that way. And that kind of came me to this point. It brought me to this point of like, why do people hate on people who are very successful so much, and they know nothing about them? Like that would have been my first take of like, does he sound like a lizard or an alien?
It's just funny
Because he looks like one.
Yeah.
You know, and he just talks like a nerdy dude.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pretty charismatic, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, when I listen to him talk, there is some like red flags that go off. It's like, dude, you are very socially awkward. Mark Zuckerberg
He might be autistic.
probably is.
He's on the. I mean, I think everyone's on the spectrum.
At least a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. In their own way.
For sure.
Yeah, and Elon Musk probably is more than most, honestly.
I think so.
Because he's very fucking intelligent.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And to be able to be that dominant at one specific thing or two specific thing is very rare.
I saw a video of Elon Musk the other day, and it was like him and Joe Rogan talking to each other, and I think Joe Rogan asked him like, so what's what's stopping you from doing airplanes? Like, why don't you make airplanes? And Elon Musk goes, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I think if I were to try to make airplanes, I think my head would explode. And then Joe Rogan starts laughing, and he's like dead serious.
Oh no, he's not lying.
He's like, there's so much on my plate.
The dude's making
if I tried to make airplanes, my head would fucking explode.
Like people hate on Elon Musk so much, man, because he's so polarizing. Like he's so big, and he's like he really is pushing the limits of what we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's building trains underneath the United States, like railroads, to like
so insane.
to like quickly fast travel. Say, you know, truck drivers taking however long it takes to get from Oklahoma to Texas. He is building those pipelines, or not pipelines, but railroads to underneath.
For sure.
To like, he's really advancing society.
Yeah.
And people hate that. I know so innovative. I know he seems like a fucking Bond villain. I get that. He seems like somebody who makes
him seem more like one.
Yeah, it seems like he might be trying to take over, but like, what is with society kind of trying to, like, they always hate on like Jeffrey Bezos or Elon Musk or
CEO entrepreneur.
Who's another one this really big? Okay,
Mark Zuckerberg. We just talked about him.
The guy who's Mark Zuckerberg, or Microsoft dude,
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland.
Well, he's not now.
Okay, I guess I kind of get it with Bill Gates because it does seem a little weird. But
that's pretty strange.
Yeah, when you're like, yeah, I'm not trying to get into that, but that's too much. But it is weird when like Zuckerberg is creating a lot of like where we're progressing in social media is a little scary when it comes
for sure.
You start bringing up like the Oculus is through Facebook. His is the Oculus, or is that PlayStation?
Oculus is, I don't know what Oculus is, but
it's the metaverse.
Metaverse is Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got his thing going, and he does believe that like eventually people won't have TVs.
Ready Player One.
Basic. Yes, that's what he's pushing for.
Shout out to the Nutswinger.
Oh yeah, he loves Ready Player One.
He does. He do.
So Zuckerberg is really pushing towards that more innovative technology side, and people hate on him. But when they hate on him, it's because he looks weird and he's not even socially awkward. Like Elon Musk is way more socially awkward than Mark Zuckerberg is.
But Mark Zuckerberg didn't make a truck. That's
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is more like, they're both on the same level. I'm not going to try to like,
for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Swap them out.
They're both geniuses.
It's weird how people had Jeffrey Bezos. Okay,
I'll tell you what I think it is. I bet the reason people hate Mark Zuckerberg is because somebody got Jesse Eisenberg to play him.
Oh God, that's
why. If you'd have got Jesse Eisenberg to play Elon Musk, I'd hate Elon Musk.
I will agree with that take because I cannot stand Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg is such a piece of shit.
Dude, I can't stand him.
And he might not be that bad of a person.
He's probably an amazing human being.
And I'm doing the opposite of what you're saying.
Yes,
Look, why are they shitting on these people? Oh, yeah, because of his face?
Yes.
That's me.
Oh, because he's popular and that's it.
I don't like his face.
I don't like his face.
He's got curly hair.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I get it. So if you want to make the, I'm sure there's people screaming at me, not very many, but people screaming at me going, okay, Jeffrey Bezos has shit on his employees. Okay, so
he was born in 1964.
Okay, so some people have, so he may have shit on his employees in some aspect, where it be like benefits or like long-term, like being able to progress in a company. But like, you chose that path as a human being.
That's true.
Like you applied for that job, even after hearing the statistics of, hey, Jeffrey Bezos is shitty to his employees, but you still apply for the job.
I think
take accountability for your own actions when it comes to that.
The biggest thing is people don't account for how much sacrifice this motherfucker probably made.
You're right. Can you get at least, at the bare minimum, can you give him dues for grinding and making the brand, building the brand?
He do it all the time.
And he can grind his shit. If you don't know,
Alex Stein 99.
Alex Stein primetime.
Alex Stein 99.
Alex Stein 99. Check it out. He's fucking.
He do it all the time. And
YouTube. Check him out on YouTube. Yeah. So it's like, he paid his dues. He built the brand.
Yeah, he did.
And you're just mad because he's making an assload of money. You would be the fucking same person sitting in his shoes. So why are you hating on him? He's honestly created a lot of jobs for plenty of people, and there's like, people tend to overlook the good. Like, people overlook the good with Mark Zuckerberg when it comes to like, I mean, how many people?
Well, you know what? I'm going to relate this to, and I don't care that I cut you off.
That's fine. I don't care. No, that's fine.
I'm going to relate Jeffrey Bezos with Amazon to NFL. So you've got so many people that are like, Amazon is so beneficial.
Right.
Everybody. I guarantee you can't name one person that doesn't have Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You can't name a single person that doesn't have Amazon Prime.
Well, honestly, I don't know if they have it or not, but I would.
You would assume they do.
Yeah, I would assume they do. Yes,
exactly,
for sure.
And so it's like the same with like NFL or whatever professional sports players who it's like, oh yeah, why do they make this much money? Doctors should be paid this much
because the demand is there.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, quit watching.
Yes, exactly. Same with actors. I was like, oh yeah, doctors and teachers should be paid as much as doctors. They have a much more, or as much as actors, they have a much more important job. Yeah, except for the fact
which
that
I do
watch.
agree with.
I agree with it.
Yeah,
I think their job is more important. However, I think that the entertainment business is much more unique.
Okay, yeah, for sure. There's definitely like, it's interesting, man, because.
Like, could I start my own Amazon? Probably not.
No, hell no.
Like, it's like a maybe less than 1% chance that I could do that myself. But could I be an actor? Could I be a musician? Could I be any of these jobs that people complain that make more than teachers?
Right.
Could I be a teacher? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I
am. Yeah. I literally am a teacher.
Right. So I do believe teachers deserve more money. They're very important.
I agree.
But that kind of ties into. And I don't want to. We're not going to.
Yes,
get political,
I don't want to get political,
but that's fine. But
yes,
that does tie into like. Personally, I do believe that human population, like society, knows how to spend the money and give back to their community more than the government does.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't want to get political.
That's fine. We can cut it off there.
However, no, I'm not going to cut it off there.
Okay.
I will cut off after, which is.
You can tell that line. That's fine.
Why the fuck does the government take so much of our money? Just think about that.
That's a lot.
It's so much.
Personally,
we get taxed so much.
Personally, I think that, maybe, taxation is theft. But I think that overtime should definitely be not taxed.
Right.
And I think that, like I said, the human population will give back.
And that's where our name
comes
from.
To what is most important for society, whether it be... what do you tend to spend your money on when it comes to having extra money? Things that you love.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's going to keep, and I think that things that people love is like, maybe a football jersey or,
I'm going to buy some of those.
Certain things that are.
Yeah, a Devo sandwich jersey just because.
Yeah.
Not because.
Certain things, like they're going to be able to spend your. Like, we can spend our money giving back to the community more than the government can. I'm good with my taxpayer money being taxed with that first 40 hours and it going to single moms who need help.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we all are.
I mean, I'm good with it going to the roads or I'm going to anything that's beneficial to other society.
Taxes have to happen.
However,
but you gonna tax a motherfucker
if anybody
to death.
If anybody gonna be bitching about Mark Zuckerberg and Jeffrey Bezos, bitch about the government. These government officials that are just taking your goddamn money.
Yes. Over and over and
these
over.
These thieving
and over.
bastards.
And they'll steal from you like 5 ways.
I will get fired up if we go through this, and we shouldn't. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And I've always wondered, but that kind of brings me back to like, why does everyone hate on these big polarizing people who have really... They made it. They made it for themselves.
On the surface, they seem like shitty people.
They do, 100%.
And that's like it's the same with like social media or whatever.
But why do they seem like that? Because like social media has portrayed them. Like,
social media has portrayed them.
That's what I'm
social
asking.
Media.
Social. That's 8 beers for you. But
yeah.
But that's what I'm asking is like why is that the case? It seems pretty clear.
Come on, Jeff, get them.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear. Like Amazon has been, if it's so bad, then why does everybody use it? It's so convenient and it's so helpful to get people their necessities when they need it.
There's a reason why the guy blew up because he had a genius fucking idea.
Fucking amazing idea.
Like, I love Amazon.
So you can't progress.
So much.
You can't progress in the Amazon company as well as like better than like any other company. Like it's not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the best job.
Right.
But you can make a living off of it.
Absolutely.
So like but just because it's not a cream of the crop job means that you should Like,
I mean,
it means it's a shit job?
It's another mindless job, just like fast food or whatever would be.
Yeah, but you could actually make a living off of that job.
Exactly. You make more money.
Yeah.
It might be a little more physically inclined or whatever you want to say, but you're making more money for that. There's compensation for that.
Yeah. And those people sign up for that.
For sure.
So, like, don't get mad at Jeffrey Bezos for treating his employees like shit.
Don't get mad at Jeffrey Bezos, CEO, entrepreneur.
When his employees ask to be treated like shit.
That's true. And I kind of want to take a turn away from this because we're getting down the rabbit hole.
We're getting crazy.
We're getting down the rabbit hole.
We're getting crazy.
Yesterday, me and Gabby were going to Texas Roadhouse, and she looks at me and goes, "All right, I got a hot take for you."
Oh, I'm ready to hear this.
And I don't want to go into the hot take because it's a work-related hot take, and so it's like it's a little boring. Yeah. But she goes, "I got a hot take for you," and I go, "Huh? I thought you was hating on some hot takes." And she goes, "Yeah, well, I didn't realize how fun they were."
They are so much fun.
They're so much fun.
They're so much
and
fun.
like the smile on her face giving me this hot take is just like I love hot takes. Me so happy.
Hot takes are fun because it lets people know that in that moment, in that one moment, this is how I feel.
And I'll be honest with you,
might not be right.
Her hot take was right.
Was
her
it?
Take was right. Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. It might be a little boring, but her hot take was that so there's like two different types of doctors where she works. There's like some medicine doctors and doctors that want to give you like an alternate solution, like life changes, like working out more or eating better.
Okay.
And so she said the ones that work out, like they want you to work out and like make better life choices, are much better people than the medicine doctors.
Okay. I can see
and it makes sense. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
So like the medicine doctors she says they're always so shitty. They have such shitty attitudes versus like
they fucking know everything.
Exactly. That's her exact words. And she's like versus like, and they went to the same exact college degree. They chose which one they wanted to be. It's a DO or an MD.
Okay.
And so the DOs are the ones that, and I've related to DO, of course, but the DOs are the ones that, like want to make you like, well, maybe you should like eat less this and do more of this and less of this, instead of just giving you a prescription drug.
Yeah.
And so she's like, and then I'll deal with like a DO and I'll fuck up and they won't say shit. You know why? Because they aren't fucking dipshits.
Right.
Everyone's going to fuck up. Everyone's going to fuck up. But they're not like acting like they're better than you.
Right.
And so her hot take is that the DOs don't act like they're better than you and MDs do. And I really like
that's interesting.
I thought the hot takes were. So yeah, I didn't realize how fun they were.
They're a lot of fun.
So respect.
They're so much fun.
Respect to that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you call it a piss break?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay, we'll be back.
Oh, cheers! We back.
Welcome back.
So yesterday at Texas Roadhouse, me and Gabby are sitting there, and I just ordered a beer. And I got a Yingling, and I really have been hating on Yingling for the last few years.
It's good.
But we had a Yingling at the Slice a few weeks ago, close to a month ago now. Yeah. And then whenever I went to Washington, D.C., Yingling, it was like 30 Yingling in the fridge. So that's all me and Travis drank was Yingling.
If you're looking for a quality,
it was delicious
malty lager.
It was fucking delicious
at a cheap price. It's a domestic. It's great. I love.
So we fucked up the Yinglings, and then like I hadn't had a Yingling since then, and so we went to Texas Roadhouse, I don't know, it's Carson's or Texas Roadhouse, whatever. Yeah, the same shit. And so I ordered. They didn't have any IPAs on draft, so I ordered a Yingling, and so I started sipping on my Yingling, and Gabe was like, "What'd you get?" I told Gabe, I was like, "It's pretty tasty," and she goes, "Oh, the Yingling?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "It kind of smells like shit."
It definitely does.
And I go, the Yingling? I said, yeah, it's a lager. And she goes, nah, I meant my fart.
She hit you with that?
And I was like, damn. I got blindsided.
Not gonna lie, that caught me off guard.
I got blindsided.
Holy shit.
I said, what, the Yingling? And she said, this smells like shit. I said, yeah, it's a lager. She said, nah, my fart.
Holy shit!
I was
hilarious.
Like, "Wow, that's a fucking good one." I was like, "You really got me with that."
You definitely got me because the if you open up a bottle of Yingling,
it smells like
top
shit.
rim smells like shit.
Yeah. And it was a draft. It was one draft, and I drank it, and I was like halfway through in like 5 minutes. It was so tasty.
It's so good,
and I knew my breath was just reeking across the table.
No, I'm a fart.
And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, this shit's good. She goes, yeah, it smells bad. The Yingling? No, my fart. Like, wow, that was fucking good.
The
That was
hell,
fucking good as
dude?
shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that really got me.
Dude, who do you think is going to win between this Saturday versus Taito Avasa versus Cyril Gahn?
Fucking Cyril Gahn, man.
I think
Taito
Gahn.
Avasa is a fraud. He got lucky against Derek Lewis.
He was losing that fight.
Yeah, he got lucky.
100%
Lucky elbow.
fight. And the lucky...
You're not going to catch it on Cyril Gahn.
You're not catching an
If
elbow.
it's Derek
no.
Lewis versus Cyril Gahn, I'm taking Cyril Gahn.
Me too. Derek Lewis looks bad. He looks bad right now.
And he was beating the shit out of Tuivasa.
He just lost to what? Alexander Volkanovski. It was a weird...
Well, if he lost to Alexander Volkanovski,
I think it was
that would be a
Alexander Volkanovski.
strange weight class change.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Alexander Volkov. I'm sorry.
Same shit, basically. It's the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, dude. Like, Derek Lewis just looks slow as fuck out there. Like, even more than he
Looks
should.
like Taylor Swift. Slow as fuck.
Okay, so okay, I just want to bring this up because we have a disagreement here. Bryant thinks that Taylor Swift looks like she might be a little slow, and
My words were that Taylor Swift looks retarded.
and I was like, okay, there's definitely a difference between Taylor Swift and someone who has Down syndrome, which is very clear to me. When I look at Taylor Swift, I have never once thought that it might be slow. She might have some kind of
But
disability.
maybe to me it's just like the squinty eyes and the scrunched up face, and I just don't see the hype.
And I don't see the hype either. But as far as music, you mean it looks? Like,
No,
what's the
looks.
hype? Okay, looks. I don't see the hype either.
I think she looks slow.
I don't see that.
She got some squinty eyes and little beady eyes. That bitch got beady eyes.
Yeah, I don't see Taylor Swift as someone who has Down syndrome or some kind of
I'm
disability.
not saying Down syndrome. I'm just saying a little.
It's okay. I'm gonna be honest. It seemed like before we kicked back into this, it seemed like you were kind of leaning towards she might have Down syndrome. You literally just
okay,
said
maybe a little bit,
you
maybe a little
literally you just said she looks retarded. Your words, not mine.
Oh, I mean, I said it. I'll say it again.
No, that's fine. I don't see it. I don't
I don't know, man. I just think
She looks very basic to me. Basic white girl. That's what I see.
Maybe that's retarded to me.
Okay, I get like spicy. It was pumpkin spice and what else? The white girls.
I think it's really just the way she looks. I don't know what makes me. I've thought this since I was like 15. I've straight up thought this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I've never once thought
I think
that.
it's just like the squinty eyes. That's really what gets me.
Okay, so like for me, it was like, okay, she's not like, she just seems very like vanilla.
Maybe I'm just a hipster and I didn't realize it when I was 15.
When I see, what's her name?
Selena Gomez.
No.
Turn your ringer off, man. You
Sorry.
doing that with your toe?
Yeah, I got it too. That was the crab man. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, when I first think of Selena Gomez, you're really trying to fuck me up now. When I think of
Selena Gomez is hot.
she is.
Hey, let's just acknowledge that.
Yeah,
That's a
she
very
is.
beautiful woman.
She's a very beautiful woman.
People like try to shit on the figure of like the little bit of chunky type. Like Selena Gomez got a little chunky.
She's not chunky.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she's got some like
She got a little weight on her.
she's got a little weight, but like not like that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
guess like saying she got a little weight on her is like very.
compared to Taylor Swift, yeah,
Yeah, I don't
because
like.
she looks like a fucking 2x4.
I don't like that.
I don't
That's
like
not
that
me.
either. Yeah,
That's not it.
so, but to get back to our original point, Taylor Swift does not look
She looks a little retarded.
like she needs a little extra assistance.
I think she does.
No.
Please, to God,
She looks
comment.
like-
Please comment and tell us which side you're on because
Yes.
I'm curious. I love making these stupid fucking arguments.
Yeah.
Just like the damn stupid ass mashed potato corn thing with the sushi.
Okay, yeah, which seems to be pretty accurate for you.
Oh, even Gabby was like, "Yeah, you're fucking 15 for 15. That's insane."
Yeah.
I've kept track.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate right now. I will say I haven't seen anybody who doesn't mix their food, like their corn and mashed potatoes, that does like sushi. Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good take.
I don't mind mixing it if they touch, but I don't mind sushi. Like, do I mix it? No. Do I like sushi? No. If it happens, it happens. If you invite me out,
I want to see the comments because I would love to make the argument for my stupid fucking claim. I need to see like some more support.
It's actually playing out pretty well.
I need some support.
Yeah. But Taylor Swift it's like, I thought a lot of different things about Taylor Swift, and
retarded should be one of them.
It's not one of them.
What's not one of them?
Being special.
You pussy.
No, I just wanted to do it for the bit. I've already said it once or twice. I did. I literally said it like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, it's not something that's ever crossed my mind with her.
Right. I don't know what it is.
Because she doesn't have the look at all. At all. There's nothing about her that says Down syndrome or special needs.
I'm gonna fucking make a damn pictograph.
Do it. I don't think it's accurate.
A pie chart of how many special needs people that look like Taylor Swift.
Yes, none of them. I mean, maybe there's like one.
Oh, I bet I can make
billions of people.
I bet I can make this argument.
I bet you can't.
I'm gonna do it.
I don't think it's
I'm
true.
gonna do it. And we're gonna post it whenever.
Okay.
On the
yeah, I don't think it's accurate.
We'll post it.
Now, does she look like? To me, she looks like vanilla ice cream.
Oh, I thought you were
she looks like vanilla ice.
I was like, yeah, that's retarded.
She looks like vanilla ice cream to me, like the most bare bottom basic motherfucker ever.
Jeez, I'm gonna throw up.
So like that's what
I do love some vanilla ice cream, however.
Yeah,
with chocolate syrup.
There you go.
And strawberries.
Yeah. So like
bananas.
Yeah. So she does look like the most bare bottom basic motherfucker that's out there.
Man, speaking of sweets, I ate 2 cupcakes before we came up here. We went to the food line to get beer, and I was like, fuck beer, I'm getting a tray of cupcakes.
You did get a 6-pack of cupcakes.
And I ate 2 of them. And I'm going to eat one when we go down. Oh, it's going to be so good. I fucking love sweets.
Yeah, so I'm taking
Cyril Gahn.
I'm taking Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, take Cyril Gahn.
I'm taking Cyril Gahn.
Who else is fighting that card?
Robert Whittaker versus Vettori. Which will be a good fight. I think it's a great fight.
Oh, is that how we got to slow people? Was Vettori?
That's probably accurate.
Okay,
actually, I think like
it was Israel Adesanya like saying he was like,
hey you guys.
That's it.
He does look like hey you guys.
He does like hey you guys. But he's a good fighter.
Vettori is an amazing fighter.
I think him and Robert Whittaker will be a good fight.
I think so too. But
Forrest Whitaker.
I don't think that Vettori can. Whitaker's on another level right
Whitaker
now.
Is insane. Whitaker could put up a good fight against Adesanya.
He did
twice.
He's twice.
Yeah.
So I think he is on that level with Adesanya, and I don't think Vettori is. And I think that.
I love the smack talk between UFC fighters.
Dude, I kind of want to take Pereira versus Adesanya.
Oh man,
dude,
that's a cold take.
That's a small part of me wants to take Pereira. Because you've just seen his boy Usman get knocked out. Did you see the reaction video from Adesanya?
I didn't.
He's watching, and it's like when it happens, and he gets head kicked, and then Adesanya's like, it's like Richard Sherman when the pick happened. He's like, oh no!
How could you do this to my boy?
He's like, oh.
I wish you could see what the audio looks like when you made that noise. It was like a big ass bubble. To the top, the max volume.
Good. How about blow some motherfuckers' eardrums out?
You probably did. They didn't hear what you just said just now.
That's okay. It is what it is. I'll take Whittaker over Vettori, just straight off of how great Robert Whittaker's wrestling is.
How about Oliveira versus Islam?
I'm taking Oliveira. Oliveira's just.
You don't believe in Islam?
I mean, I do, but not against Oliveira. I've already bet against Oliveira like 3 times.
Just keep betting against him because I'm an Oliveira fan now.
People underestimate his striking ability, but
it's actually kind of good.
It's pretty fucking good.
And guess what? If you hit him, oh yeah, he's just gonna sit on his ass and
he's gonna make you think that you stuck him and fall back, and then you go to dive in, and the next thing you know, you're in a fucking rear naked choke. He takes your back like immediately.
Yeah, because you're gonna make mistakes you don't realize you're making.
Yeah, because you go straight in for the TKO. and he's not even dazed.
And he just like arm drag. I'm behind you.
He's
like a wizard.
Yeah, he's the greatest submission artist that UFC's ever seen. Arguably, I would put him.
You know
number
what?
one.
Fuck it. Call Brent right now.
Call him right now. Okay.
Why not? He just called you. Let's return the call.
Okay. Let's do
On this podcast. We'll do it. Put him on speaker. Tell him you're on the podcast. You gotta pull up to the mic a little more.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? You're on the Brew Caller podcast.
Hell yeah.
What's going on, man?
Never mind. Listen, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Okay? I said I'll be over there. I'm on the way.
You on the way?
I'm on the way.
How far out are you?
Probably 25 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. I know you don't know, but I need a hot take. Like, what do you feel in your gut? Who are you taking, Cyril Gane or Tatu Avasa in a heavyweight fight?
Say that one more time.
I don't know if you know UFC or not, but who are you taking in a title fight, or not a title fight, but in a heavyweight fight between Tatu Avasa and Cyril Gane? I need a name.
I don't know.
All right, I got a better one. Hey, Brent, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, this is. I'm gonna pass you over to Bryant. Taylor Swift.
Hey, Brent, can you hear me?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a question for you. Do you think Taylor Swift looks retarded?
No.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Do you think she's hot?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, man. So I'm 0 for 2 on this one, apparently.
Not a good look.
This is a cold take. This is a cold take right now.
Listen, that was actually Fearless was going to be my album of the week if I was ever on the podcast.
Well, you know what? That really reminds us. We forgot to do our album of the week last week and this week. So thanks for the reminder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice.
We at the house right now, man. We'll see you in 25 minutes. I'm passing you back to Shawn.
Yeah, I didn't think she looked retarded either, I'm going to be honest with you. But, hey, I'll see you in a couple minutes, man.
All right,
See you, bud. No, we're good. Thanks, dude. See ya.
That's a good dude.
That's a good
That's
dude.
a good
Yeah.
fucking dude. He reminded us.
He did.
I really hope you guys could hear him in the mics. It didn't seem like it was picking up too good on Audacity, but
Yeah,
I
it seemed
think
like he was
it been all right.
Yeah. Hopefully it did pick up.
But so last week we forgot to fucking recommend our album.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that.
So my album last week was Southern Harmony and Musical Companion by the Black Crowes.
Right.
A phenomenal album.
Love that.
And I recommended I forget which album I recommended by Leonard Skinner. I want to say it was I don't think it was Nothing Fancy.
I don't remember. I know you
But
recommended a Leonard Skinner album.
I
but
recommended a
can't
Leonard
remember
Skinner album.
what it was. It wasn't
and
nothing fancy, I don't think.
It might have been Nothing Fancy. But Leonard Skinner is such a good Southern rock band, and the Black Crowes has the exact same thing, but like it feels a little different sometimes. The Black Crowes, you know,
does. It's
like it's a little more relatable with the
They
Black
have
Crowes.
a little more twang. I don't know what it is about the Black Crowes, but
I agree. It's a little more raw than Leonard Skinner. Like, Leonard Skinner's very tight.
I don't know, man, because sometimes like you listen to Tuesday's Gone with the Wind, and you're like, this is like Southern rock as it gets. Like they clearly felt this. Like to me, the most Southern rock band of all time is Leonard Skinner.
I agree,
and I feel like that, like they check every box for the Southern rock bands of all
but
time.
can you sting me?
It's just
But can you sting me?
yeah, it's just they're the clear number one by so many categories when it comes to feel and.
But the Black Crowes, Southern Music and our Southern Harmony and Musical Companion.
I love that album, dude.
That is one of the greatest Southern rock albums of all time.
Oh, 100%.
And if you love country music, listen to this fucking album because
Yes.
you're missing out. You're missing out on like all the people that led up to like what rock and roll is now.
Yes.
But you're also missing out on the people that were influenced by country artists.
Yes, that's the one connection between country and rock and roll is Southern rock.
For sure.
You know, and Leonard Skinner is and the Black
Black Crowes.
Crowes are phenomenal bands.
Oh,
you know,
man. It doesn't
you
get
know
much
me.
better.
I like the Black Crowes a little bit more than I like
I agree.
Leonard Skinner.
I'm with you.
But I'm not trying to knock Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner is the greatest Southern rock band of all time.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like one of the top 10 bands of all time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
For sure.
100%. And yeah, I really love that album.
What's your album?
I'm gonna go with Black and Blue by Gary Clark Jr.
Okay.
You know, modern blues guitar player who makes great music. You know, like I said before, a lot of people say that there's no good modern music, everything's all pop, but Gary Clark Jr.
We've
said it 1,000 times.
And we'll say it 1,000 more.
Yeah, Gary Clark Jr. is out there who is a phenomenal guitar player
And songwriter.
Yes,
I mean, singer. It's just it's just
it's
quality
real.
of music. Yeah, it's real.
The quality
it's
of
raw.
music is real and raw, and I think you see a lot of that in Black and Blue, which is the album that
For
really
sure.
kind of pushed him over the edge. The album before that is fucking phenomenal, but Black and Blue by Gary Clark Jr.
Don't owe
is
you a thing.
so good.
I don't owe you a thing, baby.
Yeah, it's so good. You want to hear a guy who can sing and play guitar, you know, on the level of. I mean, I wouldn't put him technically with like Stevie Ray Vaughan or like Jimi Hendrix.
I put
some
him
of those
the guitar
guys.
level of Jack White.
Yes, I can see Jack White. Jack White was a little more chaotic
For sure.
with his guitar
But
playing.
as far as talent level, I think him and
I think
Jack
that's
White are
pretty
accurate.
Yeah.
Maybe even Gary Clark Jr. might be a little better.
I would go Jack White a little. I would go Jack White because I think
Okay.
Jack White is a top
But
50 guy.
I like it together.
But I do like Gary Clark Jr. He is phenomenal blues guitar player, and his songs are amazing.
For
I
sure.
love that album, Black and Blue.
Do you have so that was our album for last week. Do you have one for this week, or do you want to use
I
that
do.
as our?
I
Okay,
do.
go ahead.
I can go with
What
one
you got?
just off
Okay.
the top of the head. And this is one that like I didn't prepare to have
Yeah,
a
for
second
sure.
one, but I'm going to go. And I know we've done. I think you've done 2 Black Keys albums.
I did Let's Rock,
Yes.
and I don't think I did another one. I had 2 albums up on the top,
Okay.
but I only did Let's Rock.
I'm going to go with Brothers.
Oh,
And
so fucking good.
Brothers really helped me in a time to where I was in a very dark time where I moved into an apartment by myself, and I didn't know much about the Black Keys, and this is the time where they started gaining traction. You know, after El Camino came after Brothers,
Right.
Yeah, but I had started listening to Brothers. El Camino was out, but I started listening to Brothers, and it really it kind of helped cope with some of my inner demons a little bit.
Okay,
you know,
I can see that, yeah.
Dan Auerbach was battling a bad divorce at the time.
He was.
And it was just good to feel, you know, someone else who has kind of felt the way that you felt, you know,
Right.
who was kind of battling some heartbreak issues.
sure.
And Brothers by the Black Keys is one of the best albums. I think it's their best album.
Yeah,
personally,
it's phenomenal. Man.
you can't go wrong. It's just
I mean, I have the poster in my room of Brothers.
Yeah.
I have the Brothers poster. It's 2-sided.
yeah.
I fucking love that.
From
shit.
top to bottom, it's an album you can start at the song number 1 and run it down to 11 or 12,
Yeah.
whatever it ends on.
And one of the songs from that album, it's one of the instrumental song. It's it's like Black. What is it? Something Mud. The instrumental song is just like straight blues licks on that album.
Yeah, it's got 10 Cent Pistol on it. It's got
Sinister
Girl, Sinister Kid. Yeah. It's got
Unknown Brother.
Unknown Brother. Yeah. It's got
It's
Tighten Up. It's
Tighten
got
Up.
what's it open up with? For some reason I can't picture what it opens up with.
I can't think of it.
It's,
Next Girl.
No, I don't.
No,
Next Girl is on the
Everlasting
album.
Light.
Everlasting Light. That's what I'm thinking of.
Everlasting
Next
Light,
Girl is on
the
the
second song.
Howling for You is on the album.
Howling for You, Next Girl, Everlasting Light, Tighten Up, Black Mud.
Black
That's
Mud. Yes,
that's the instrumental
yes,
song.
Yes, I mean that whole album it really connected with me as far as like, you know, feeling the blues and mixing it with rock and roll.
Right.
You know, Dan Auerbach and Patrick Carney, phenomenal.
Oh man,
A
so
two-man
good. Like
band.
a 2-man band is so rare. To come by.
Yeah,
Yes.
you see it, you know, more in like the White Stripes or Simon
Which
and
is like
Garfunkel or
was like
whatever.
Early 2000s was like early 70s. I mean,
Yeah.
versus like a late 2000s band, you don't see that much.
Brothers by the Black Keys is, to me, a top 5 album. It would always be a top 5 album for me. Love that album. It really connects with me.
Right.
In a way that I don't think that any other album will ever connect with me.
So for me, it was I was between two albums, and I wasn't really sure I really was considering a rap album this week, and I wasn't sure which album I would pick.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of why I put "Good Kid, Mad City" by Kendrick Lamar, which is, and this isn't the album that I'm picking, but the album that I have up top is "Good Kid, Mad City" by Kendrick Lamar. Is an album that is really about like him growing up in streets of Compton, where like he's battling those demons of like the gang violence and also like learning like how to grow up as a man.
Yeah.
But also like what the fuck is going on in these streets? Like, is this how life is?
Okay.
And so like I love that album. I was between that album and For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And so that's the one I'm picking. And For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole, it was actually an album that he wrote for a good friend of his that passed away, which he wrote it before he passed away. And his friend that passed away, his request was like, so J. Cole was like, I don't want to release this album until he passes away because he's got a bad feeling.
Really?
Yeah, and so he and his friend like knew about the album. And so basically this album is for his friend's daughter.
Okay.
So the friend passes away, and then he releases the album, which is like a whole concept album of how the friend passed away, and it's like all like his life decisions. But like the album is a concept album of how like he's a good man, but also how he made terrible decisions.
Yeah.
You know? But it's such a like it's a deep album, but it's also like it's pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
Like how that life can like just really fuck someone's life up.
Yeah, for sure. And like I don't know much about hardly anything at all about, you know, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, that whole rap scene. And you're someone who connects with me on. There's no one who connects with me more as far as the people I know with music. And so, what kind of crosses you over? Because you know me, I don't really connect with very much country music. Like I dabble in a little bit of country, probably more than you do.
Right. For sure.
Definitely
more than I do.
definitely more than
I
you
agree.
do. And I don't dabble in any rap music or R&B. I mean, I guess like classic R&B when it becomes like Nina Simone or like, you know, Etta James or like the classic
but
R&B.
even like newer guys like Anderson .Paak who like have done stuff like Silk Sonic with Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Like I like Anderson .Paak
for sure.
But you know, rap and modern R&B I can't connect to. What kind of started that path for you? I guess because there's no connection between that path that you've taken and me.
Right. I think it's like the biggest thing for me is, and like I talk about with podcasts, it's very transparent.
Okay.
And so the way people talk about like they're very like a lot of hip hop artists and rap artists are very transparent with their lives, and like they wanna educate people that are living that same path. It's like it's a fucked up life.
Right.
Like you have to be resilient, you know?
Yeah, there is definitely like a relatability.
Yes, absolutely.
To that, yeah.
For sure. And so I think it's the idea that they would rather you take a better path in life than they have, and I feel like most rap artists think that they have took a shitty path in life and got lucky.
Okay.
And they don't want you to take that risky path in life and get like, you know, into gangbanging or, you know, gangs or whatever, like gang violence.
Yeah, but if I can give you a little bit of pushback on that, I feel like that a lot of those guys rap about that because they know that a lot of people can relate to that.
That's true.
So like they do that to become a little bit popular. So I feel like I don't know if you would say it's keeping people down or whatever you want to say, but it seems like they're kind of profiting off of people who are in that.
Yes.
They're trying to make it relatable, you know what I'm saying? Just like the Blues do or whatever.
And I think like that's the people that do that are the people that I stray away from.
Okay.
But like Kendrick Lamar and Jake, like the concept rappers or the conscious rappers, that's what they call them. But like, and Kendrick Lamar I'll refer to a lot because in one of his live shows, he's in a show and he's playing a song about like loving yourself and like loving people.
Yeah.
Like that's one of his songs. And then there's a fight that breaks out in the audience. He's like, fuck that shit. Like, why are you fighting each other?
Yeah.
Like, there's already a problem, like, with black on black violence right now.
Right, absolutely.
Why are you making it worse?
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
Yeah.
Like, that's what my whole music is about, is avoiding that. It's like to make life better for us.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it's
it's like,
sad,
yeah,
man.
for
It's,
sure.
it's sad because, you know,
Life is hard enough for everybody.
you know, and I know that I tend to get a little more political than you do, which
Yeah.
is not saying much. But one thing I will say about that is, you know, left-wing politicians kind of tend to pretend like they're, you know, promoting that they want to help black people.
Right.
And you look at these big-time cities like, you know, Los Angeles, Detroit, Chicago, New York City. Black-on-black crime is still going.
It is.
And the reverse of that is, which they don't give a fuck. They try to just get the vote, and then they do not care to help black people. And then you look at the reverse of that is the Republicans on the other end of that, they'll argue points that seem very factual, like, oh, that's black on black crime or whatever. They're, you know, to support gun, whatever their reasoning behind it is, whether it's to support gun control or to basically they just want to diminish Democratic politicians, but they really have no they really don't give a fuck to help black people.
They have no interest in
Yes.
They just want to put the Democrats down.
Yes, that's all it is.
They just want
exactly.
They really just want to put themselves
Yes.
up.
So you got people who are preaching for a vote, preaching for the black vote, which they get. Democrats always get the black vote, and
People who are preaching for the white vote, really?
yeah. So Democrats are preaching to get the black vote. They want the minorities vote, but they do fucking nothing.
Yes.
When they get in office, and the Republicans are preaching and kind of making like very validated arguments when it comes to like the reason why the black men are down or whatever, but they don't give a fuck about helping black people. They're just trying to put the liberal
The Democrats down.
the Democrats
Yes, absolutely.
down.
And that's like such a hard battle that we don't have to deal with, really.
Yes.
And I don't want to like go there, but we don't have to deal with that problem. And we're very fortunate.
Yes. It's just something that I've noticed from a distance to where like, okay, there's clearly a problem here, and the left and the right don't give a fuck about helping it.
Right, and I'm a very sympathetic and empathetic person.
Me
I feel
too,
like.
me
And
too.
so that's why I relate to rap music, where, and I'm pretty choice on the rap music I listen to. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are people that I listen to.
That's
the
your
most.
top two. I guess Mac Miller would be in there.
Yeah,
somewhere
for sure.
too.
But
Yeah.
J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are the ones that rap about like that, like living that life because that's what they grew up with.
Right.
And it's like I feel the most for them because I'm lucky that I never had to live that life.
Yeah.
But it's also like I respect the idea of trying to help other people that do live that life.
For sure. What's the album by J. Cole where he's sitting on the roof?
That's 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Okay, yeah, I know it was Forest Hill something.
Yeah, Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah, I don't mind that album.
Great album.
I'm not I just can't get in hip hop, and the reasons are, I mean, I might have said it multiple times.
You just gotta do that, that.
Yeah, I tend to lean more towards like the talented side, and I know what people are saying, like, oh, you're trying to say that rappers aren't talented or whatever. But no, what I'm trying to say is that rappers haven't spent 10 years into learning an instrument. They haven't.
Right.
It might be 3 years or whatever. They might just be very good writers.
But however, you don't like whenever you hear a vocalist that sings for a band, you don't like ever discredit the vocalist.
That's because they have great vocals.
But even if it's just like a mediocre vocalist that just has very good songwriting.
Well, see, I'm not a big vocalist guy anyway.
Like you listen to Bob Dylan. How good is his singing really?
It's not that great.
But his songwriting is phenomenal.
But he's also playing 2 instruments, sometimes 3.
But you get what I'm saying. Like you get
I understand what you're saying, but like, it doesn't connect with me when it becomes like Bob Dylan is a great example. Like, not a great singer, great songwriter, which you could argue for those guys in hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
But can those guys play guitar and harmonica and hit a kick drum at the same time like Bob Dylan can?
Right. I mean, I
would
also
say
agree
no.
with what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where Bob Dylan comes in for me. I mean, I'm not a big vocalist guy.
Right.
You know, and I don't believe the Beatles are the greatest band of all time, even though they are the greatest songwriters of all time.
For sure.
So, like,
but like it's all about like, and you can. The music is so subjective. It's so
it is,
like
100%.
I think that's my favorite band. Well, that's your favorite band.
Right.
Well, I think that's the best band. But am I right? No, you can never be right about that.
Right. Which is why I think that, you know, we've had this discussion before, and we might, you know, it's going to come up at some point when we do these specific.
Oh, I can't
these
wait.
Special. We've talked about it before.
We haven't said anything on here.
We have.
We did.
We've talked about bringing up some. We got some special.
We got something special coming.
We got some special.
We left it. We've left it.
We'll
very
leave
broad.
it there. But there's a difference when it comes to like Bob Dylan. Like I said, he's a great songwriter and can play.
But
like,
musician as well, for sure.
Great musician. Like, you take Prince versus like Michael Jackson.
But I'm also going to take like these rap musicians that are also like they have good visions as far as like what they want. They're like, and that's why I'm like so partial to concept albums.
I like concept albums,
and that's where I draw the line. Like, I don't listen to very much like rap now because I don't respect like the instrumentation and the musicianship of it.
Yeah.
But that's really where it is. I respect musicianship, and I think that the rappers that I listen to have good musicianship. And I'm sure there's people that don't listen to that. There's musicians that I don't listen to that are very good, but I think the ones that I do listen to, that's why I lean towards them.
Okay. And to give you a little pushback on that is that when it becomes like rap music and R&B, modern R&B, because I think that classic R&B is very, very fucking good.
For sure.
But a lot of rap artists use a lot of.
That's in.
You got it?
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of rap artists use a lot of like
slang.
Well, I don't give a fuck about slang. Slang's whatever. That's just what it is.
Okay.
You know, that doesn't come into play.
I was trying to finish your sentence.
It's just they're very. There's not a real drummer in the back and a real guitarist that shine, and
right.
There's not a group of guys who showcase the talent to me.
And that's why I like.
It's just more catchy than it is talent.
And that's why I like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, like Childish Gambino, guys like that, because they have real musicians.
I can respect that.
They're playing. There's drummers. Mac Miller. They have real drummers.
I can respect that. Yes.
Bass players. They have guitar players. Yes. Everyone's doing their own thing. It's real instruments, and that's what makes. And because like I listen to like the rappers that feel like we do, and so they feel whenever a guitarist is like hitting those bends out of nowhere.
Right.
And that's why they get those guys to play with them, because like they're going to improvise with them, and that's going to make them play better. I think understand that.
Yeah. One thing that really bothered me was the year that Beyonce lost to Beck is the greatest like artist or musician. Everybody was mad because Beyonce has 1,000 number one hits of all time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like Beck can play 25 instruments. But Beyonce has 25 writers. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't write very much of her own music. And Beck writes all of his music and can play any instrument.
Devil's Haircut. What's that song
about? Yeah.
Futurama.
He can pick up any instrument and play it very well.
Yeah, it's insane.
So to me, like I remember thinking to myself of that year, I never would have picked Beck as the number one, like the greatest artist of all, like the greatest artist of the year.
Pick Beyonce over Beck.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's weird. It's weird. I tend to lean towards the musician who can actually play an instrument, who's dedicated that time.
Right.
I'm
gonna go with that.
You know, to me, an instrument, like to master an instrument, think about this. To master an instrument takes 10 years. If you spend
it takes
an hour a
lifetime.
It takes a lifetime to really master.
10 years is never
10
enough.
Years, that's very fair.
It takes a lifetime to master anything.
An hour, 30 minutes to an hour a day, 10 years playing guitar, you're going to be
mediocre,
above average to me.
Yeah.
10 years, 30 minutes an hour a day, you'll be above average. And there's guys out there who have really dedicated their life to a certain instrument. And to me, rap and R&B doesn't showcase that. It showcases a person who really kind of feels where they're at that moment and can write really well. And that's really about it. That's what I see when I see versus like a person who is like a fucking Billy Joel, who is like one of the greatest writers of all time.
That's fair, yeah.
Who can play piano like the greatest piano player of all time. I don't put him there, but
he's phenomenal to be able to do that and sing and write like he does.
Right. So like that's what kind of loses me. And also what also loses me is the fact that I can't relate to the music either.
Right. Yeah.
That also plays a factor too.
For sure.
You take a Brian Daylor who can sing and is like arguably a top 10 drummer of all time. I wouldn't put him in the top 10 drummer of all time, but I would consider him. But the fact that he can sing pretty well while he's playing these very progressive drum beats is fucking phenomenal.
For sure.
You know, so it's like they paid their dues to their craft, and I just don't see to where pop musicians, rap artists, and I really like R&B artists more. I feel like I kind of shit on R&B artists a little bit, and what I really am saying is like the modern R&B
you
artists.
just like R&B artists more because they have musicians that play with them.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But however, I think this is a good way to close it, man.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
What are we looking at? What time?
Hour and 30.
I like it. All right, man. Hey, it's been good.
Hey, it's been good. I'm choosing you with the water because I drank my beer before you did.
Oh, that's empty.
Oh, well, cheers me with the water. Give me a cheers, man.
I don't have any water. I've already drank it.
Cheers,
but I'll
man.
drink the water and the beer. Hey, dude, it's been amazing.
It has been.
Congratulations on a good fantasy draft. I'm excited to see you tomorrow.
I'm excited to bust your ass.
I'm gonna bust your ass. But it's been fun. I'm excited to bring up the Brew Collar
bar crawl,
the bar crawl, the Greenville Mile,
yes.
and thank you to everyone who is liking and sharing.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you stuck with us this far and you haven't subscribed on YouTube, or
what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing, man? Help us out.
Hey, it's been good, man.
Thanks. Yeah, for sure.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See you, everybody.
See you guys.